Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play King's Quest VII, The Princeless Bride. We are almost done with Chapter 3. We went to the Masquerade Ball, and we got the magic statuette. And we also checked out the faux shop. And it seems we can't really do anything with the magic statuette. However, there are a few things, at least one thing that I forgot to do while I was in the faux shop. I forgot to talk to the shopkeeper.
Good day, sir. I am Valenice of Daventry.
Good day, madam. I am Ersatz Defoe, the owner of this fine establishment. May I show you something in particular?
No, thank you. Pardon me for asking, Ersatz, but am I wrong in saying everything in your shop is, well, how can I put this?
Fake? False? Synthetic? Yes, you're absolutely right. I take pride in offering the widest selection of totally artificial merchandise available anywhere. Why, even I myself am a mock turtle.
And we finally figured out what this guy's name is. Ersatz.
Just let me know if you'd like to see anything, my lady.
But we already have.
Just let...
And we can't get anything else out of Ersatz. Anyway, I keep thinking you can do something with the magic statuette. Oh! Oh, you can use it with the comb. Let's do that.
Please, statue, tell me where my daughter is.
Rosella is in mortal peril in the dark land of Ooga Booga.
Rosella! Oh, my baby!
Yeah, they decided to make her cry again. Just for this, and it's understandable, but yeah, I can kinda see why people complain about it, because it just kind of made Valenice and Rosella more by the numbers rather than headstrong protagonists. Now, to be fair, Rosella did cry when King Graham, her father, took ill at the beginning of the 4th game. That's understandable. But for some reason, aside from that, you think Valenice and Rosella will be a little bit stronger than that. At least that's what some people feel and believe. Anyway, I don't want to get too critical at a point like this. We need to go back to the desert. As for the magic statuette thing, you're really not supposed to find that out until Chapter 5. But I know that you can do it early. And therefore, I did. So now that we got that over with, we need to head all the way back to the desert. Because that is the only way we can do anything at this point. Which means we're going to have to walk past the dried up riverbed complete with quicksand like mud. These things. And hey.
Hello, kindest of humans. Do you desire some sacred nectar?
I do indeed. Can you get me some?
Certainly. Do you have a vessel to hold the nectar?
A vessel, you say? Well, we do, and I guess you can do this now?
Hold it directly below the flowers, my lady.
Thank you.
Well, anyway, because we helped that hummingbird out earlier in Chapter 3, we can go back to this flower, click on it, and the hummingbird will help us get some nectar. We will need the nectar later, I believe. For now, we need to go south from here. And I don't think that that lizard will ever mess with us again. And, well, we're back here now, so we might as well go ahead and go straight to Rodrigo's place in order to get the shepherd's crook that we're going to need to complete this chapter. And of course, we kind of need to click on the door first and knock before we can do anything.
Would you like to trade with me? You won't believe what you will see.
And we can do that with the book.
Aha! You offer me a book. I'll get my finest shepherd's crook.
Now that sounds like a good trade.
One of the few really good things you can get from Rodrigo. There's the turquoise bead and the shepherd's crook. And it's a crook. Really not much to this other than that. Now I looked at the rubber chicken. Oh yeah, there's the pot with nectar in it. And the water just makes ripples whenever you spin it around. That's something. Well, there's really not much else that we can do. I was going that way. I don't know why the jackalope decided to try to get my attention again, but okay. I know that the pot of nectar allows you to do something. I'm not sure what, and I never looked that far ahead in my notes. I keep thinking you can put something in here.
These statues are so beautiful. Incredible.
But it doesn't look like you can do that with the nectar. Also, I just now realized, if you click on the rubber chicken, not only can you spin it around, you can also pluck the feather off. You don't want to do that. And I might as well... Yeah, it doesn't look like I can really do anything here with the pot of nectar. So we might as well just go ahead and go back to the stone face, whose name I forgot already. Of course, in order to do that, we have to almost go all the way back to Falderall and risk leaping into the quicksand-like bottom of the dried-up riverbed. And from here, we should be able to go east. Once we enter the path in the woods, it takes us over here. Now to go further to the east. and we can do a thing. We might as well wake this guy up with the feather. Because what else do we have that can do such a thing?
Why have you disturbed my slumber, mortal?
My apologies, noble spirit, but the bountiful woods are in terrible trouble. Lord Attis has been changed into a stag, and Lady Ceres into a tree.
That could not have happened if the river of life still flowed and the cornucopia was filled. They are the heart and lifeblood of the woods, and it will perish without them. You must start the river flowing by pouring sacred drink into the river maiden's pitcher. Replenish the cornucopia by placing sacred food in the cornucopia maiden's horn of plenty. Act quickly. I cannot stay awake.
Well, we need to put sacred food in these things. And it doesn't look like we can put the nectar in there. Another fact, if we were to try, it wouldn't do anything.
These statues are...
So we will need something that we have yet to get to get the river flowing again. In the meantime, we need to head back to Falderall, and we need to get that moon. It may be the moon after all. It may be green cheese. What if it is just green cheese? Well, nevertheless, to move on with the plot, we still have to get the moon / green cheese. And we now have a tool to do that with.
You can't go through that door. There are, 600 bad-tempered weasels with crossbows right on the other side. Yeah, that's it. The weasels.
Well, thank you for the warning, little fellow.
Oh, big fat hairy rats.
Yeah, that happens if you enter a second time. Also, the Prince and the Pauper, this is not. Well, we have nothing left to lose but the ability to play as Valanice, at least for a little while. Let's go ahead and use the crook on the fake cheese moon.
I saw what you just did. You just stole the moon. Moon thief. Human. Party pooper.
You are under arrest for all of the reasons my lord the Archduke Yip Yap stated, plus the heinous and disgusting crime of having no fur or feathers to cover your bald face.
Let's lock her up till we can figure out what to do with her.
See there.
Uh-oh, you're going to furry jail. And that ends Chapter 3. Now it's time for Chapter 4. Will the real Troll King please stand up? I have a few minutes, so let's go ahead and do this. And we saw this earlier. This guy helps. Grab the shovel head or you will die.
Thank you, kind sir.
And with that, this guy who happens to be a lowly gravedigger just slowly walks towards wherever it was he once was to do grave digger things and dig a grave.
Nuts, nuts, nuts! This is going to take forever. I can't stand this rotten, worthless little shovel. Look at that. Pathetic. Not enough dirt to suffocate a bug. Nuts!
And I'm really starting to like this guy already.
Nobody will be using that elevator again.
Nope. But we are now in a graveyard, and if you haven't already noticed in Chapter 2, you'll notice that Rosella prances whenever she moves around. She didn't really do that in the 4th game, which came across as rather weird to people who followed the series and played it as the games came out in the 80s and 90s. Even my mom and my sister back in the day, they noticed that Rosella had a walking animation that basically was her prancing. Yeah. I'm beginning to think that whoever wrote this, probably Roberta Williams and Lorelei Shannon, kind of forgot what kind of characters they were writing.
Here lies the corpse of Fats Woad. He ate till he bulged like a toad. One day he bought 20 stale pies for a penny. The 20th made him explode.
And interestingly, you can read the gravestones.
The sorrowful Marjorie Pratt liked to wail on the cliffs with her cat. One night, such a pity, she tripped on her kitty and fell off the cliff with a splat. Ugh.
And thankfully, you can reread them over and over again for endless amounts of hilarity.
The strange author, Phineas Smythe, liked to lurk in the shadows at night. He'd write hideous tales of green monsters with scales, and one day he just died of fright.
That's interesting. Also, you can look at this door, and you can look at the graffiti, which is a skull, a bat, and a spider, for whatever reason. Not sure why you'd want to, but if the game lets you do this in such a way, it's probably going to come into play later. There's really nothing else that we can do. We can go this way, we can go that way. I'm going to talk to the gravedigger.
Hello, good fellow. Thank you again. I wonder...
Okay, lady, I got your link. I can't start digging your grave until tomorrow, though. Sorry.
That's not what we had in mind?
I don't need a grave just yet. Thanks to you, sir. Could you tell me if this is the land of Ooga Booga?
Yeah, this is Ooga Booga, right?
Pardon me for saying so, but isn't that shovel a little too small for the task at hand?
You said it, lady. This is the wrong equipment for the job. Here, let me show you something.
Ooh, this is going to be interesting. We're going to see what's behind those doors.
This here's a fully automatic, steam-driven, rat-powered grave-digging machine. I made it myself. Those rotten kids broke in, and they stole me power source. They took my rat.
Ah, so that's why he's having trouble. He can't really use the equipment that he wants to use because the power source is taken away. As for those kids that he mentioned, we will see them soon enough.
Sir, couldn't you just get another rat for your machine?
Nah, Iggy was trained special. Besides, there ain't no other rat as strong as Iggy. Or as smart, neither.
He must be a very special rodent.
He is, lady. He is.
And it doesn't seem like you can get much out of him, but I guess we can click on the grave digger one more time.
Forgive me, lady. I don't mean to be rude or nothing, but I got to get some work done before I get even farther behind.
And we've done all that we can here as well. So, I'm going to go straight to making a new bookmark, and then we're going to call it. Join me next time, where we get started with Chapter 4. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!